Now, they're not sure how to take the derivative, Mr. Durkoff. They're looking at it like, how do I take the derivative of this? What should you do? Huh? Well, is it a chain rule?
No.
Yeah, you do. Don't give me that. I don't know. There's no exponent on that group, right?
So does that just go zero?
Can I bring him in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why
You could.
Door's not locked, right?
Uh-huh.
Why would you want to? I don't know. I would get rid of the parentheses that way, correct? And it would look like this. Negative 1/3 x cubed. What's a negative 1/3 times a negative 3? And so I've got that.
That's nice.
Well, it's not nice as set up, but
It's better than it was.
it's better than it was. Can I easily take the derivative of that?
Yes.
That looks a little bit better, doesn't it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not apologizing for the x-intercepts because that's going to be bad. But I had to abort the emission that was better x-intercepts. So I think you traded derivative for intercepts any day. Negative x squared plus 1. Wow, that's an easy one. Second derivative. Negative 2x. Okay. On to the domain. Well, what do you got to ask yourself with the domain? Are there any fractions? No. So what do you know about the domain? All real numbers. Also, since that's that way, what should you probably go do right away? Yep. Check out the VA, right? Your vertical asymptotes. Any fractions?
No.
Any restrictions over here? So we have none. How about horizontal asymptotes? Asymptotes.
There's no fraction.
We got none.
I like these.
Range.
Have to do after.
Do last. So what I'm going to do now, what is it x-intercepts next? X-intercepts. Oh boy. I've got to take the beginning, and I'm going to do that just because it'll be a little easier. And set it equal to 0. What can I do to make my life easier?
Divide by 3. Multiply by negative 3.
Get rid of that, multiply both sides by negative 3, right? And so I just have x cubed minus 3x plus 2. Unfortunately, at this point in time, there's no grouping. So really the only choice you have is poly smilt 2 on your T84.
Yeah, I don't remember how to do that.
Then get it out.
Thank you. Oh, I mean Megan's driving them.
Pete.
Okay, thank you. For me. I already got one.
Go to applications in your
Wait, stop. Hold it.
pretty good video you checking it out, by the way. You had a chance to hit me. You had your
Did
chance.
you put it on?
Not yet. It will be. I guarantee it.
Apps. I knew you're talking. Yeah, that's. I just felt so bad.
I know you did. It was pretty funny. That's what I liked about it. Polysmelt 2. Hit enter. Press any key. Which one do we want?
It's the polyroot finder.
Polyroot finder. What's the order? 3. We only want the real answers so you can highlight reals. The imaginaries are not going to be part of our graph. We're not doing fractals. Then just hit next. Plug in your coefficients. There's 1x cubed. How many x squared?
0.
How many x's? -3 and a dose. Hit solve. And I've got how many?
2 and 1.
Just 2 of them, right? -2 and +1. They worked out kind of nice there. But it's not always the case. Y-intercepts. What do I got to do for the y-intercepts?
Set x equals 0.
I set x equal to 0, and I get
Negative 2/3.
-2/3. Don't forget about that -1/3 out there. So that takes care of all the beginning stuff. Then I'm on to
Set x equals 0.
I lose you, Warner.
I was writing something else down.
Critical points. Take my first derivative and set it equal to 0. Be careful doing this. Don't forget about plus and minus.
That's anytime you have a square root.
Anytime you're doing square root,
Okay.
positive or negative. If you want to factor it out, you can do that to make sure this is really 1 minus x squared, which is 1 plus x, 1 minus x. Inflection points. Which gives me, oops, sorry, I'm staring at it like thinking ahead. -2x equals 0, so x equals 0. What do I got next?
No.
Increasing, decreasing charts, right?
Correct.
Okay. Line up my critical points. -1, +1. Underneath, 0. One didn't turn out like I really wanted, but hey, it's okay. -1. Where do I put it? To decide what I need.
In the second derivative?
I need to decide which these are, right? So I take the -1 and plug them into the second derivative. And that tells me -2 times -1, which is,
2 is greater than 0, so it's...
so if it's positive, when I plug it in, it's concave up, which means minimum. So I got them in, which tells you that's up, which tells you decreasing to increasing. Is it a fractional exponent? Fractional exponent way back at the beginning? Fractional exponent way back at the beginning? Yeah, better. No, there's no exponents. So that means this acts normal, right? Up, down. If I'm concave down, this guy's got to be up. And this is, boom, there's your chart. All off of one test.